everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Both quarterbacks have reliable tight ends they know they'll be able to count on to make plays. It's the Bears going up against the Chiefs. With that, we'll get you out to one of the livelier settings in the NFL, Arrowhead Stadium in KC, as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Set to return now, here's Deontay Thompson. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
And what a rookie year by Jordan Howard. When you go from number 3 on the depth chart all the way to number 1 and finish with over 1,300 yards, that's what I call a big-time season.
Well, those 1,300 yards, second in the NFL, also set the Bears' rookie rushing record, so something for them to build around next year.
Without a doubt. So 2017, it starts in the running game with Jordan Howard in Chicago.
He's got that one complete to Eddie Royal. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after the catch, but it worked really well.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Again on second and 10, it's Cutler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there. Third down here. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on third and 10. They'll run here. This is Kadeem Carey. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a first and 10. On the ground, it's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. And he had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Second down following the run. From the gun, here's Smith. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here we go with second and 7. Here's the option going right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And it's fourth. Down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. That one good for 10 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
It was Mitch Unrein that made the tackle.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Smith. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And this is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot. But there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is. And then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you get the free agents. All right, that starts, I believe, in early March. And now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. We get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
That's taken on the 25. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Bears defense gearing up as they take the field. Last time, pretty big moment in the game. Deciding to pass on the field goal. They went for it on 4th. This defense got the stop.
And it's always interesting to watch, too, to watch both sides. Are we going to go for it on offense? The defense waiting to see which unit they need to have on the field. Are they going to kick the field goal or not? And once you realize they're going to go for it, to watch the defense now kind of mount a little extra energy to try and stop them. And when they're successful, oh, the emotion just really comes out. Pep and a little bit more than that.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
And able to find Conley. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And complete. This is Albert Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Charles the low setback. Smith now to throw. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And you see the clock almost in. So this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. The final shot here before break. Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Here's Smith looking to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, If you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Tyreek Hill on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but they can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe you just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it turn into more.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To throw is Smith, rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
On the ground, this is Ware. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
To throw, Cutler. And he's got Miller. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Throwing now, Cutler on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. A design run for their wideout. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. They're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to...
And he's going to be taken down. Cutler sacked. Tomahawley, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to have your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back.
We're back now in KC. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Now Cutler on 3rd and long. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Derek Johnson in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back to throw, Smith. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, it's Smith. And Conley's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They come out here in the eye. To throw on second down is Smith. Caught here by Conley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He's going to go deep for Conley. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, Your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And quickly, they get to the line. They go play action here on first down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 27 yards. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Now whistles here, and I think the offense has just used their third and final timeout of the second half. They have. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll let Charles try and get him in. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
And he's going to be taken down. Cutler sacked. Justin Houston from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
False start, offense.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Cutler leads for Howard on the draw. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On the right side, this is Miller. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And out come the Chiefs now. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing now, Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And Hill with it over the middle. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
Smith now to throw. It's Hill, complete. And a spin look. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. On second down, Jamal Charles fights off another. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Charles the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now it's Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Partner, why were they even putting the ball in the air in that situation?
I know they have confidence a lot of the time in their team, and, hey, we can call anything. But in this spot, with that lead and that amount of time on the clock, not much, you've got to take care of it. I would have figured they'd run the football.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up the big fella, the 20. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now after the interception, here's Cutler. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Cutler now to throw on 3rd down. The catch made by Miller. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. And they're down to 17 seconds now here after the spike. Again, it's Cutler. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in-route.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Smith going to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now